All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. My name is Travis Flaherty, and I am so excited to talk to you about this company, APLGo. I am here for a number of reasons, but first and foremost, I'm here because of this incredible, amazing product that we've been using and sharing and dropping and popping and all of these things that you're going to be hearing about tonight. So I love this product. It's simple, it's fun, it works fast, it's affordable, it is duplicatable, and for all of those reasons, I'm excited to announce this. Do you guys realize that this company has moved up almost 100 numbers on the top momentum? We're, I think, number 29 in the top momentum companies in the entire world in the direct sales industry. And that has all happened over the last month or so since we've kicked off our Whisper campaign here in the United States. So can't be more excited. So what you can expect tonight is to learn more about this amazing product, a little bit more about the company vision, the people that are behind the company as well. And we're also going to be talking about the incredible compensation plan that everyone is talking about. So with that, let's go ahead and jump right in. I want to introduce you to the world's first anion DNA drop. Another word for anion is negative ion drop. So if you've ever been hiking out in the woods before, if you've ever hiked up to a waterfall, if you've ever been at the beach, and you just kind of had that calming feeling. Of course, some of that's because you're getting away from the hustle and bustle of life, but there is a scientific reason for that. Anions are the byproduct of UV rays from the sun and discharges of electricity in the air after things like a thunderclap. If you've ever walked outside after a thunder and lightning storm and the air feels a little bit different, there's a reason for that. Anions have been known to provide a variety of health benefits. You know, lightning strikes the earth up to 8 million times per day. And with each strike carries this negative charge of energy, negative ions that help fertilize our plants and add to their potency. Now, we all know that plants and herbs and superfoods, they're routinely harvested for their healing properties. And once they're picked, they immediately begin to lose that negative charge. And that negative charge are key to producing optimal, highly beneficial nutrients to our bodies that are, healthy for our bodies. And so with that, we want to introduce you to our technology called Acummulit SA technology. What we do is we handpick these different botanicals, and we do that at harvest season. We take them to our manufacturing facility where, again, we start with a process that actually violently shakes these plants, and it separates the fibers from the plant itself. And then what we do is we go in and we extract the DNA from these botanicals, which is the most potent part of these different plants, herbs, superfoods that we're working with. From there, what we do is we actually take those botanicals and we put them into these drops, into these lozenges. And at the same time, what we do is we restore that negative energy back into these drops. We actually put them into a machine that recreates the same effects of lightning. And out the other side comes this DNA embedded drop. We have 15 different delicious drop formulas, each unique in its ingredients and function. And our drops are both Halal and Kosher certified. They're also registered with the FDA. Now, one of the reasons why I fell in love with this product is because they work really quickly. You know, if you've ever been to the doctor before, you probably have been told at some point in your life to take a prescription pill or a medicine, put it underneath your tongue. Now, we don't tell you to do that. In fact, the pharmaceutical industry has that phrase, putting it underneath your tongue coined. So we don't go there because we don't make any claims. But in the same way, whatever we put into these drops, all of these amazing different ingredients, they absorb through the mucous membrane. And because you bypass the digestion system, you're getting a very high percentage of what is in these drops. In fact, 95% of what we put into those drops goes quickly into the bloodstream as you hold them in your mouth until they are dissolved. And of course, they taste fantastic, they're convenient, they're attractive, they're safe, they're unique. And so for those reasons, the product right now is just on fire. I want to point out just how good the branding looks. These really are fun to promote online. The packaging looks fantastic. And we have a wide variety of products that appeal to the masses. That's another thing that I like. We don't just have one product. You know, everybody's body is different. Everybody's body is unique. We're all struggling with different things. And so we have 15 different drops, 15 different experiences. We like to say, pop a drop for that. Now, of course, innovation. You know, my wife and I have been in the network marketing industry for 16 years. We've been top earners in the industry. We've been consultants in this industry. We've also been company owners. We have made a living out of being what I would describe as startup specialists. And we have kind of a specific formula that we look for when we get involved with companies. And what we're looking for is what I describe as a blue ocean. There's a book that I'm fond of called Blue Ocean Strategy. And in that book, they talk about two different market conditions. On one side, you have what's called a red ocean. A red ocean is a fiercely competitive market. Everybody is fighting over the same market share. The author describes it as, quote unquote, bloody, murky waters. And then on the other side, you have what's called a blue ocean. A blue ocean is where there is no competition because you've completely changed the game. And that's what we have here. You know, in my experience in the direct sales industry, we've made a lot of money just aligning ourselves with brand new delivery systems. And if you look at the innovation of this product, just like you've seen records go to cassettes, go to CDs, to MP3 players, we've seen the supplement industry change. You know, we've seen powders turn into liquids, turn into pills and capsules, turn into juices and gels. And now we have the APLGo drops that are much faster, they're convenient, they're delicious. Get a little background noise. Let me make sure I get everybody muted out here, because make sure, there we go. Everybody's muted out now. So you get the idea of the evolution of the products. Now, if it were me and you were to put these two in front of me, in one hand you have these delicious drops, and on the other hand you give me a handful of pills, I'm going for the drops every single time. I don't know about you guys. My wife brings me this little cup of pills in the morning, and she says, here, take this, and she puts it on my desk. And she'll come back 3 or 4 hours later, and she'll say, honey, you haven't taken your pills yet. There's something about just, I have this mental block about taking these handful of pills. I know they're good for me, but the drops, on the other hand, I enjoy them. They're fun. In fact, they're quite addicting. We have several different collections. We have what's called our daily collection, and I want to bring everyone's attention to the price points for a moment. You know, it's very important that in the direct sales industry, you have products that are appropriately priced in the marketplace. Sometimes you see products that are way overpriced in the direct sales industry. I love the fact that at wholesale price points, our members pay $25. And in fact, in business here, you only have to have 40 in personal volume, which equates to $50 a month. So that was something that stood out to me. They were appropriately priced in the marketplace. They are affordable. We have a number of different products, GRW, GTS. GRW is an immunity product that I give to my children every day. GTS, I took that right before I started this presentation. Strength, stamina, energy. I know a lot of people like to take GTS before they work out. NRM is going to support normal, healthy blood sugar levels. PWR for both men and women, which is focused around vitality. There's some great ingredients in Power for Men that are focused around the men's prostate, which is something that, as you know, over the age of 40, something that men, you need to be taking or paying close attention to. And then, of course, for women, Power, some ingredients that are in there that are focused around your adrenals. You may have heard of adrenal burnout, which leads to exhaustion, weight gain, a number of different things. But it's going to support overall women's vitality. Then you have RLX, fantastic for those that struggle with depression, anxiety. Maybe you have challenges going to sleep at night, insomnia, which is my case. This is a great product to help support in that area. SLD Slide, which is going to help when it comes to aches and pains. STP, which is also a pain. And we've had some great testimonials focused around migraines with that particular product. Our Premier Collection, so Alt is another very popular product. We've had a number of testimonials that have come in around people that just struggle with allergies in the morning. You know, I woke up this morning and we go for a walk in the morning, and I just could not breathe this morning. And I popped an Alt, and by the time that we hit the end of the street, I looked at my wife and I said, I can take a deep breath. It is amazing to me how quickly Alt makes a difference for me personally. HPR is a fantastic cleanse. Some ingredients that are in there that target your liver. HRT, of course, your heart disease still remains the #1 killer in the United States. ICE, which is fantastic for digestion, and MLS, which is all about just the brain, getting the brain firing the way that it's supposed to. We also have our Premier Collection. You can't just have the beauty, you got to have the beauty and the brains, right? So beauty has a number of ingredients. We'll touch on that one in just a moment, and brain as well, one of my favorites. It's a great way to wake up in the morning. It just kind of gets your brain going, gets that focus going. This is also another one that I often take right before my presentations. Now I'm going to share just a little bit more about some of my favorites. RLX was the first product that I took when I wanted to try this product. You know, I took it at night, right before I was going to bed, and I've always struggled with insomnia. I've always had a hard time falling asleep. I always think about the, you know, everything that I didn't do today and all the things that I need to do tomorrow. And when I took this product, I can tell you that I slipped off to sleep. I had a fantastic night of sleep. I woke up the next day, and I said to my wife, Summer, I said, you know, I don't know if it's placebo or if that product really works that good. Man, I had a great night's sleep. Since then, I've started to use RLX on a regular basis, and it's made a huge difference for me in a number of different areas. Sometimes I get overwhelmed. I've got a lot going on with business and work. We're launching this company and it's on fire and things are just going crazy. And I get some anxiety that comes with that. And so RLX also helps me it just gives me that calming effect. And if you look at some of the ingredients, chamomile, ashwagandha, Siberian ginseng, you'll know where that mental calmness and relaxation is coming from. Then we have brain. I'd love to know how many of you on the chat love this product. This product for me, I think that it is my favorite. I've got several, but this is probably my top favorite product. When I take this product, it's like I just zoom in, focus and concentration, healthy cognitive function, mental performance and alertness. And if you look at all these amazing ingredients, ashwagandha, ginkgo biloba, ginseng, turmeric, people spend a lot of money just on these individual products, but putting these all together in this type of an effective delivery system that is going directly into your bloodstream is exciting. Then we have SLD, slide. It's known for those that struggle with aches and pains. Look at the first two ingredients, ginger and turmeric, healthy inflammation response. So if you've got that shoulder pain, knee pain, back pain, this is a great product to support you in those areas. Another key ingredient here is green tea. Look up green tea, health benefits of green tea in itself. You'll see probably about 20 to 30 different health benefits. There's even conversations around green tea and some forms of cancer with men. Now, no, disclaimer, I'm not saying SLD will cure you of cancer. We don't go there. But when you look at some of the individual ingredients and you look at some of the conversations around those ingredients, they're pretty remarkable. Beauty is another one of my wife's favorites. If you look at these ingredients here, a lot of people, we spend quite a bit of money on skincare, right? On moisturizers and you know, all of these different cleansers and things for our skin. But a lot of what's happening on the skin is also what's happening on the inside. And so when you look at all of these amazing ingredients, they're supporting both the immune response, cellular renewal, body defenses against free radical damage, which of course is where the aging process comes from, skin texture, brightness, maintaining elasticity. Then we have ice. So ice, your gut is your epicenter of your immune system. If your intestinal flora gets out of whack, then it'll affect you in all kinds of different areas. And so you're going to see specific ingredients that are here that are focused around helping with normal bowel movements, already normal gastro response, healthy intestinal flora. Again, if you have some stomach discomfort, this is a great product. My kids, when they get a tummy ache, we give them an ice. You know, I could choose to go for, you know, something like Pepto-Bismol, which has all kinds of chemicals in it, or I can take a healthy, natural, holistic approach to taking care of my family. And that's exactly what we do. I have to hide these from my kids. So they come into my office and, you know, my little 4-year-old, he peeks his head in here and says, Daddy, can I have one of those little drops? And these are great for immune system. In fact, do you guys know that we were just voted out of 400, I think it was in 23, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's 423 companies as having the #1 immune system product out of all the network marketing companies in the industry. So GRW is a fantastic natural immune support. And again, if you look at the ingredients, they're fantastic for you. You've got a lot going on here, from herbs to superfoods. Immunity right now is very important. It's also going to help you with hair vitality, nail strength, normal vision, metabolic balance with good diet and exercise as well, revitalized mood. You know, one thing that I've learned about all of the drops, and this comes back to the negative ions, is I just feel good when I'm taking these products. I notice that I have just an overall better sense of just well-being, and I attribute that to these drops. Now, switching gears a little bit and talking about the business for a moment and the company, we own our own manufacturing facility. It's a 48,000 square foot facility in Moldova. Actually has a movie theater there, so you can go there if you're ever in the area, sit down and learn all about the science. Took almost 20 years to develop the Acummulit SA technology and science, the professors and doctors that worked on this technology to get it to where it is today. We have the ability to produce approximately 50,000 boxes in one 8-hour shift. It's interesting little story. So in this production facility, there are different sections, and people that work in each section only know their part. There's only a few people, in fact, less than 5 people in the entire company that know the entire process from start to finish to make these drops. In 8.5 years, they have never been recreated before. This is the only type of negative ion droplet in the entire world. I love the fact that we don't rely on third party. A lot of companies in this industry, they go to a third party manufacturing facility to formulate their products. And that same facility, under the same roof might have the same, 50 other companies that they're producing for. And for me, I like the fact that we don't have to rely on that third party because you never know what's going to happen in this industry. I love the fact that our products are the real deal. We are FDA registered. Most companies do not go to that level from a registration standpoint. Now, some people say, well, is it registered or is it approved? The FDA does not approve supplements. However, they do register them, and it is a difficult process to go through. We have both our ISO 22000 and our ISO 9001. We are also Kosher and Halal certified, which speaks to the standard that we go to when it comes to these ingredients and to ensure that what we say is in there is actually in there. There was a recent study that was done by Men's Health, and they looked at the top 100 supplements that were sold on the market. 51 of them did not have the ingredients that they claimed that they had on the actual label. So having these type of certifications makes a big difference. I always say that everything rises and falls on leadership. I want to introduce you to Sergey and Olga. Sergey got his start when he was 19 years old in the network marketing industry. By the time he was 21, he had made his first million, did very, very well in real estate, also in traditional business. But he always loved the network marketing industry. And he discovered this Acummulit SA technology because a friend of his was actually the para-Olympic coach over in Russia. And he was giving his athletes these droplets to help them focus, to help them from a recovery standpoint. And he wanted to know a little bit more about them. And so he was introduced to the professor and doctor that created this product. And within 10 days, he actually bought the entire technology, bought the manufacturing facility. That was 9 years ago. The company originated out of Moldova. And since that time, they have exploded, especially over the last 5 years, primarily in Russian-speaking communities. You have his wife, Olga, who is super creative. She has a master's degree in marketing, and you'll see that on all of the different boxes, on all of the different labels. She just does a fantastic job with our packaging. So fantastic owners. Summer and I have had a chance to get to know them. We consider them family. We've spent a lot of time together. One thing about Sergey and his wife is they are very generous. They love surprises. Love surprising the field with different promotions, different events. They're over the top when it comes to their events. We'll talk a little bit more about that in just a moment. One thing that they did is they said, we want to take this company that was originated in Russia and we want to bring it to the USA. We actually want to found a new company that's registered in the USA so that as we begin to take this global, people will really take us serious because markets like Asia, for example, they don't like to get involved in direct sales companies unless they come from the USA. Why? Because we have regulation here. A lot of times Ponzi schemes start up in some of these other countries, and so they know that it's safe if it comes from the USA. One of the things that the regulators want to see in the United States is companies that do have an emphasis on customers. So we have 3 different types of customers. We love retail customers. In fact, this is one of the few network marketing companies that there is an opportunity on the retail side. A lot of times in network marketing, you buy the product, you're already paying a premium. There's not really a margin there to go and mark it up. Here, you can buy the product wholesale. There's actually 100% retail margin that's available. People can also come directly to your website and order it. I love the fact that I have a business that's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. When I go to bed at night, my business is still online. So people can come and you can bring in retail customers. There's also preferred customers, which get a discount just for simply setting up a monthly auto shipment that shows up at their doorstep once a month. They get a little bit of a discount. And then we have our prime customers. These are for individuals that really want to take advantage of a membership here. They pay $25. It's a one-time fee, and they can access 20 to 50% off of different various products that we offer as well. I mentioned that we started off originated out of Eastern Europe, primarily Russia, and then started expanding into markets like Kazakhstan and Tajikistan, which is quite interesting because they've been able to build a company that now has 290,000 distributors. We've generated over 100 million in sales just this year alone. And we've done that primarily in Russian-speaking communities. And just now, at this point, are we focused on launching the USA. We're currently in a whisper campaign right now. What that means is that, you know, we are shipping our products, we are paying our distributors, you can get enrolled, you can get started with the company, but I want to set the right expectation. We are still working on getting our full back office launched. You'll see that happen here over the course of the next 30 to 45 days. We're still working on a number of different tools, websites, apps that are going to be coming, that will be coming out as we move into our pre-launch stage. I always tell people that, you know, most people hear about companies after they've pre-launched, but what most people don't realize is that there's usually 5,000 to 10,000 people that got involved in a whisper campaign before the company even launched. And so what's cool about here in the USA right now is that nobody has even heard the name APLGo. In fact, maybe in the last couple of weeks, they might have started seeing it as it just started popping up on the momentum charts. The minute that we flipped that switch, all of a sudden we showed up on the top charts, and we've been just climbing that thing. We're focused on launching Mexico. We just have all of our documents, all of our websites have now been translated to Spanish. We just signed yesterday a final document to solidify Mexico, and I'm excited to announce Peru as well. So very excited about that one that we'll be seeing by the end of the year. Australia, we're in the final stages of getting a regional center launched there, so we should have some exciting news for those that are in Australia very soon. We have Western Europe, UAE, Israel, all in discussions to launch by the end of the year as well. You know, it's not enough to recognize the opportunity of a lifetime. You have to act during that lifetime of an opportunity. And what I see right now with this company is this synergy, this you know, convergence of forces coming together with the right company at the right time, with the right people. First of all, I love the fact that we aren't a startup company. Startup companies are hard. There's a lot of challenges that happen in those first couple of years. Companies, they kind of have to figure themselves out. You know, how to bring the product to the marketplace, which products are selling, which ones aren't, changing compensation plans, dropping the ball with customer service. So one of the things that I enjoy is that this is a 9-year-old company, but we get all of the excitement of a company that's just launching. You know, we now have up to 290,000 associates. We are shipping in approximately 50 countries around the world. We have, you know, 48,000 square foot facility. My favorite, we've given over $4 million away in just fun prizes, jewels, cars, outside of the compensation plan. Just a fun little story. The owner of the company, he launched the company on 11/11, and his 1-year anniversary, he gave away 44 cars at that 1-year anniversary, surprised everybody in the audience because he loves to just go over and above. Now, there's a couple of different ways that you can get involved with APLGo. We love customers. So if you want to try our product, if you haven't tried it yet, you got to order it. You got to pick a couple of the boxes, get with the person that referred you here. They'll help you choose the right product for you. You can also get involved as an associate. Right now, if you look at what's happening in the world today, if 2020 has taught us anything, it's the importance of having multiple streams of income. Would you guys agree? The old safe is the new risky. And if you look at the activity, the searches that are happening out there in the search engines, what you'll find is that one of the top searches is, how can I make money from home? Why is that? You know, you have a lot of pressure on the family right now. People are trying to figure out, how can I homeschool? A lot of people, you know, a lot of spouses, one of the spouses is now coming home, which is taking income away from the family so that they can homeschool their children. There's a lot of changes that are happening in the world today. And so what I love about our business model is that we have the ability to be able to make a difference. Now more than ever before in the history of our economy, people are looking for solutions, and we have them. People are looking for more time in their life to be able to do the things that they want to do rather than what they have to do. They're looking for natural, holistic approaches to taking care of their health. People are trying to get away from pharmaceuticals. You ever seen a pharmacist? Just watch a prescription medication commercial on TV. I mean, you got to laugh at the end of every single one of them, right? So people are waking up, and people are looking for opportunities to be able to generate more income. And we have those opportunities here at APLGo. So you can get involved as an associate and start a virtual business. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You can build it in your spare time. You can build it in your part-time, or if you want, you can build it closer to full-time. You can get started for $25, allows you to be able to gain access to the business, to the back office that allows you to be able to manage all aspects of your business. And then you have a number of different business kits that are available for all different options, depending on what your level of commitment is, depending on what your goals are. Now, there's 11 different ways that you can earn commissions here at APLGo. This company has done something that I've never seen before in the industry, 16 years with their compensation plan. Please allow me to kind of explain the philosophy for just a moment. So it doesn't matter what company that you choose. You could pick any company in the network marketing industry, and they all have a similar philosophy. And here's how it works. So in the early stages of compensation plans, typically that's where the least amount of money is paid out in the compensation plan. We call it the never nothing buckets, right? That's when you're feeling like you're on a hamster wheel and you're just running and you're not getting anywhere. Well, company owners understand that most network marketers aren't going to get past those 4 or 5 ranks. And so therefore, they pay out the least amount of percentages in those earlier ranks. Now, what happens is as your overall organization, your sales volume starts to increase, then you start to move up in what we call ranks. As you start to hit the middle of the road ranks, now it's kind of like you're starting to get a little bit of a taste of what it's like to earn some money in this industry, right? You're almost there. And then you get to those top ranks, right? You've heard the names before: Diamond, Black Diamond, Double Diamond, whatever the case might be, Battlestar Galactor. When you hit those top ranks, that's where the fullness of the compensation plan opens up. That's where you might be enjoying a car bonus, maybe a lifestyle bonus. You're getting the increased depth in the compensation plan, maybe increased percentages. Well, here's what APLGo did that was so different. They came up with something called the diamond status. Sergey said, look, I don't like that a large majority, over 90% of distributors, are always in those early buckets where they don't have access to the fullness of the compensation plan. What if we created an opportunity for every single person coming in the door to be able to be paid like one of those top ranking distributors in all of these other companies? And that's exactly what he did with the diamond status. So here's how it works. When you enroll, you have a choice of what's called Go Kits to get you started. This is just product that's going to allow you to be able to consume for yourself, to be able to share and demo for your business, to be able to go out and sample for others. It's a big way that we've launched our business, is just sampling, getting these products into people's hands. That's pretty much my business strategy. And you have different levels depending on what works best for you. So these are all called statuses. When you see on the left-hand side, promoter, associate, builder, leader, VIP, and diamond. You are determining your status from the very beginning. Now, whenever somebody enrolls in your business, you're going to get a one-time commission called a start bonus. And you can see what that commission is on the right-hand side. If I bring someone in who chooses to buy a leader kit, I'm going to earn $105. If I bring someone in that chooses to be a VIP, I'm going to earn $360. So you get the idea. But the person that's enrolling, depending on what kit that they start with, it also determines their status. Their status determines the percentage that they're going to earn in their group bonus. Now, group bonus is team commissions, right? It's no longer based on your efforts, but the collective efforts of your entire organization. Now, the way our compensation plan works, we call it a ninery, is you start off with what we call 2 lanes, one on the left and one on the right. That's the starting point that allows you to be qualified for commissions. From that point forward, you continue to build your left lane and your right lane. And the goal is to balance those lanes. And what happens at the end of every single week, it's going to add up all of the team sales in team 1 on your left lane and all of the sales on your right team, team 2. It'll go all the way through infinity, which is one of the benefits of this compensation plan. And then whatever has the smaller leg in sales, the smaller lane, I should say, what that's going to do is it's going to pay you on that lane, on all of the sales through infinity and all of the entire organization. And if you look at the percentage, you can earn anywhere from 10% to 30% of whatever your lesser lane is for that week. Now, I want to point out that in the industry, the average for similar compensation plans is 10%. 10% lesser leg. We've heard that over and over again for those of you that are veterans of the industry. If you work your way to the top of some of these plans, you can work your way to 20%, and that's after years of work and producing hundreds of thousands of millions of sales volume so that you hit a top rank so that you can get to that 20%. I've never seen 30%, but here's the cool thing. You can walk in the door here and determine what your percentage is going to be from day 1, or you can upgrade your status Anytime you have up to 90 days from the time that you get started to upgrade your status to Diamond and allow you to be able to take advantage of the group bonus. So this is a really unique compensation plan because it's the first time that we give you the ability to be in control of the percentage that you're earning as opposed to having to earn it through your ranks. Now, it doesn't stop there. So all of the first initial orders, which are called Go Kits, are being paid in your group bonus. All of your upgrades to status that are happening throughout the month are being paid in your group bonus. But after that, all of the reoccurring orders, these are your monthly orders, are paid out in a unilevel. This is where the residual, long-term residual income comes from. So if I sponsor someone, they're on level 1. If they go out and sponsor someone, they're on level 2, and so forth. And we get paid down 6 levels. And notice it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But at the Diamond status, you are 10% on all 6 levels. So again, it pays to be a Diamond. This is, again, just like if you would have rank advanced to the top level in a company, and this is what you would be earning, except you have the ability to control when you become a Diamond. We also have one of the most aggressive check matches in the industry. The way that the check match works is it's always paid on your group bonus. So the group bonus produces some really fun excitement on the front end of our compensation plan. Because we have a lot of people that see the value in becoming a leader or a VIP or Diamond, typically we see people coming in the business at those levels, or people are constantly upgrading. So it creates and drives a lot of volume through the group bonus. So it can create some really good paychecks right out of the gate for those that are really running after it. So the way that the matching bonus works is you can get paid up to 7 levels. So if I personally sponsor someone, I am at 20%, which means anybody, if I sponsor 10 people, every week they get a check from their group bonus, whatever that check is, I get 20% match because I personally sponsored them into the business. But it doesn't stop there. It actually goes down 7 levels. So imagine if I brought in 10 people in my first level, and those 10 people each brought in 10 people, I'd have 100 people on my second level. I'm getting 10%. Then at the third level, I'm getting 5%. Let's say that third level had 1,000 people. Those 1,000 went and got 10 people. Now you get the idea. Exponential growth starts to kick in. Now notice that Diamond status again. If you come in at the Diamond level, you're automatically there at that managing director, which means you're already getting a check match down 5 levels as a Diamond. Now, one thing I want to point out here on the qualifications is the 40 PV through the first 4 ranks. So at the first 4 ranks, that's $50 a month. I love that. The companies that I see doing well right now in the network marketing industry are companies that have $100 auto ship or less. The companies that are up there in the $130, $150, $170 range, they're struggling right now with retention. Why? Because right now we are in a pandemic. People are paying a lot, they're tight, they're paying attention to where their money is going, and you're having a hard time with some of those upper auto ships. So what I love is, and what I see in the industry are companies that are exploding are companies that have those lower than $100 price points. And so $50 a month for the first 4 ranks in our comp plan. By the time you hit managing director, you'll notice that's $5,000 in your lesser leg. Multiply that times 30% at Diamond. That is a $1,500 a month check before you have to go to I knew that was coming. Before you have to go to $100 per month, excuse me. Now, I want to point this out because I think that this is really important to just see the difference. I always say the proof is in the pudding. So this is a comparison on businessforhome.org. What they do is they put out a yearly chart of the top companies that have paid the most out in commissions to their distributors. And I'm excited to say that APLGo made that list. Now, there's thousands of network marketing companies in the industry. So to make this list is a big deal. But on the left, what you see is a company that's here in the USA. They're in the hemp industry, CBD industry, and they've done well over the years. You can see their growth from 1 million to 5 million to 7 million to 100 million to 170 million. And you can look down below and see that their payout in 2019 was 35% on the dollar. Now, if you look over on the right-hand side, if you look at APLGo, 10 million, 40 million, 50 million, 55, 87 million last year. First of all, I like that growth. It's steady growth. I'm not a big fan of shooting from 7 million to 100 million in a year. There's a lot of times hype that's attached with that, and it often doesn't last when you see a company shoot to the moon like that. So for me, I like that steady growth. We're over 100 million this year, but look at the percentage payout on the dollar. 63%, almost twice as much as one of the top payout companies in the USA when it comes to compensation plans. You want to know the biggest difference? The biggest difference is right here. It all comes back to this rank chart. Let me ask you a question. If you had a choice between company A and company B, and company A said, listen, you come in and you're going to start out in the never nothing buckets and you're going to have to work your way up to these top ranks, or company B, you could come in and literally start out at that top potential. My question to you is, where would you start? Now, let's talk a little bit about the events here as we wrap this up. You know, we have these guys know how to do events, and they do them at an entirely different level. There's 2 events every year. The first event is on 11/11. It's the company's anniversary. They've been known to introduce new products at the 11/11 anniversaries. This year it's online, so it'll be exciting to see what's going to be coming this year. I do know that over in Europe, they've got a phenomenal skincare line. So who knows? We'll see what happens here. But these guys, they love to have theme events. They love to have parties. Every year, the company has a theme. 2019, it was magic. This year, it's all about family. You know, they've done some big events, over-the-top events. The second one is the leadership event. It happens every year in January. It's for Sergey's birthday. And the leaders, it's a qualified event, get to go to this, you know, to go to these different parties that he holds. This year, he rented a castle, a Medici castle in Venice, where they are going to be having a ball. You can get, you know, dressed up, and it's going to be pretty amazing. So they just do things at an entirely different level. You know, I mentioned earlier, what I see here is this convergence of forces coming together, right? You have a company owner who is fantastic. Vienna, not Venice. My wife just corrected me. It's in Vienna. So they have an amazing owner that is just over the top when it comes to being generous. We have some awesome products, unique products in the marketplace, unlike anything else that's out there, which I love. We're not just another Me Too company. The travel program, the APLGo travel program, if you haven't seen some of the great places that we've been to, go to our website, just look at their travel videos, the places that they've been, the type of events that they host. The financial opportunity here is bar none, one of the best that I've seen in the entire industry. And the timing doesn't get any better right now with so many people moving into this world of virtual opportunity as the world changes in 2020. And we have a system. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. You know, I always say that success in network marketing looks like duplication. Duplication comes from simplicity. I can't think of anything simpler than just sharing these drops with people. They work. I have a friend on right now, Sarah, who, you know, we first spoke. I told her a little bit about these drops. I knew that she was kind of into the negative ion thing. And her and her husband, I called them up one day and I said, look, there's something really exciting that's happening you need to know about. And they said, okay, tell me a little bit about it. So I shared it with the product with them, and Sarah just wasn't having it. Like she was very skeptical. And I said, okay, let me just do this. I just want to send you guys some products. That's it. I'd love to send you a free gift. And they said, okay. I sent them the product, and I've never seen somebody turn around so quickly and get so excited. Sarah was one of the top recruiters. She was the #1 recruiter out of 290,000 distributors last month. She's on her way, already created a significant 5-figure income for her family and on a monthly basis. And it's all just because she loves the product and she's sharing it with others. So the system doesn't get any simpler. The business is not easy. Network marketing is not easy. No business is easy, but it is one of the most simple products to promote. We've got a number of different options. Doesn't matter how you get started. The only thing that matters is that you get started, and you can get back to the person that invited you here, and they can help you understand the best place to get started, the best status to get started for you. We've got apps that are on their way. So business building tools. We're working on a tool right now that is going to just knock your socks off. It's fantastic. It'll allow you to literally build your business from anywhere in the world, manage your teams, do promotions, share some of our different tools. So just know that as we move towards our pre-launch, we've got some of these things coming. Our sample program is now up. We do have samples that are in your back office. I ordered 50 more of these yesterday. My strategy is very simple, folks. It's to get the product in people's hands. That's my strategy, because I love the product and I know that it works, and I know other people will appreciate it as well. So that's all we're doing. So I call friends up and say, hey, listen, I'm launching a new business we're pretty excited about. I want to send you a free gift. I send them one of these little brochures with the samples in them, put a little sticky note on there that says, hey, text me when you get this. They text me when they get it. I call them because I know they have their phone in their hand, and just say, you're not going to believe what people are saying about these drops. and I add them to one of our testimonial groups that now has thousands of people in the group that are all just sharing their product experiences, and it builds belief. And then they try the products. That's my system. That's how we're building the business. So in closing, I'll just say this. We've got this revolutionary technology, brand new delivery system, 9-year-old company, generated over 250 million in sales, 100 million this year, paying out 63 cents on the dollar. And here's the best part, nobody knows their name. Somebody said to me the other day, is that APLGo? Is that what it is? APLGo? I said, you can call it whatever it wants, but I can tell you this, it is absolutely on fire right now. Climbing the momentum chart, you mark my words, within the next couple of weeks, we will be in the top momentum companies, top 10 momentum companies in the entire world. You guys heard it here first. You mark my words, that'll happen. So with that, I would love to finish tonight by just inviting a few friends to share their testimonial. What I'm going to do here, and I'm going to ask you just to not unmute unless you're speaking. I'm going to allow I'm going to unmute, let people unmute themselves. And I would love it if you are feeling kind of inspired tonight to share your product testimonial. Keep it to about 90 seconds or less if you could. Tell us your experience with the products, how it's made a difference for you. Be sure not to make any claims, but talk a little bit about how it's made a difference. So start us off. Who wants to go ahead and click on mute? We would love to hear from you. It's always that first one. Everybody's kind of gun shy. They've got their finger on the button. I know it. Somebody want to kick us off?
All right, Travis, I'll kick us off. We'll get the ball rolling.
Right at you. You see me staring?
Exactly. You know, I'm always good for a couple words. So I've had a number of great experiences with the product, but the one I'm going to highlight the most that actually really surprised me was Slide. That's because years of playing sports, obviously young teenager, not really caring about my body. I've got issues with my knees, especially my right knee. I love to work out. And I know on leg days, I'm just going to have to grit through it because my knees are going to be barking at me while I'm at the gym. So I tried one of the Slides, went to the gym, didn't do my normal workout. So I'm like, I'm going to give this a real hard trial run. I did do my normal loosen up, get warmed up. I just went right to the sled machine and I started pushing the weight, and my knee, I couldn't believe it. I didn't have that grinding feeling. I didn't have that pain that happens usually as I get down deep in the squat. Absolutely impressive. I was amazed that the little piece of candy that tasted so good could have that kind of results that quick.
I've got a question, Travis.
Shoot.
Do these candies make my bank account look big? OMG. People on my team are texting me today saying, in tears, saying, we're going to be able to get the new house. Our kids are saying, Mom, this is working. This business is working. And to give that gift to people is so beautiful.
Well, I know you guys in your first month have exceeded by now 4 times your top check ever in network marketing in years. And you've exceeded that in your first three weeks in the business, correct? Congratulations to you guys. Very excited for you. Anybody else want to share their testimonial on the products?
Sure, I'll share. So I started taking PWR and BTY at the beginning of July. And previous to that, every day, probably the whole month of June, around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I would tell my husband, like, I am so tired, mentally exhausted, physically exhausted. I have to go take a nap. And I would take a nap around 3 or 4 o'clock, 20, 30 minutes or so. But after about a week of taking the PWR, I realized that I wasn't taking naps anymore. So I thought that was pretty amazing. Also, my hair was falling out like crazy. Like it was falling out. Like I used my fingers to comb it in the shower, and I'm like, what is going on? My hair's falling out like crazy. Well, consistently taking the BTY, my hair's not falling out like it was, and I have all sorts of crazy like little baby hairs in here now. And I'm female, so I'm kind of vain about my hair, but I'm really super excited that these products are working for these things. So I love it.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. And I do want to point out, so you brought up a great point. A lot of times people will take one and, you know, they're trying to figure out, do I feel it? Don't I feel it? It's for me, it was one of those things where Relax was the one that I noticed right away. But there have been, now that I've been on the products for about 6 weeks, there have been all kinds of things that I started noticing. Things like, wait a second, I don't experience that anymore. And so sometimes, you know, it's not going to be just one little drop that's going to make that difference. Sometimes it's missing a drop for a few days and realizing, oh my gosh, I missed that power, or and I've noticed the same thing, Alicia, that I've, you know, haven't had that tired tiredness in the afternoons that sometimes I was always the one that wanted to go put my little guy down for a nap because I could take a little one with him when I did, but I haven't had the need to do that. And I think power is making the difference for me there. Any other testimonials?
Hey, Travis, this is Cindy. I wanted to give a testimonial for my son, Noah. He's 7. He's being diagnosed with ADHD. So what I started doing is before he goes to school every day, he takes an RLX. And we've noticed a big difference in how calm he's become when he's at school and even when he goes home. So I think it doesn't only help him sleep, but I mean, it helps him stay calm all day. So we've really enjoyed that product for him. And he likes to take it on top of the GRW too, so. That's
awesome. And I know Denny's had some great results with his trigger finger in his hands as well. So that's awesome. Very good. All right, time for one more. Anybody else want to share before we wrap up tonight?
Travis, I'll share.
Pamela, go for it.
So I'm going to share about my kids too. Not only do they absolutely love them and they're on the floor in my office and they come in pretty regularly. Can I have this one? Can I have another one? No, you already have that one. Well, can I have this one? Can I have that one? They love them. But my 13-year-old son has a little hip knee issue going on and we've never been able to figure out what's wrong, but he has a lot of pain all the time. He's on the mountain bike team. And so I've been giving him a combination of slide and stop together. And he's actually, for the first time in 3 weeks, able to go on his team bike ride today, which he was super excited about. So I'm a happy mom that I can give my kids something that's not here, take 6 chewable Tylenol or try to swallow this ibuprofen pill. So it's made a huge difference in his life.
That is awesome. I think was somebody else trying to chime in? I don't want to cut anybody off if they wanted to share their testimonial tonight. Was there somebody else?
Yeah, that was me, Travis. Can you hear me this time?
Sounds like we can't hear you that well, buddy. Sounds like you're still coming in fuzzy. We can't make out what you're saying. No, still not coming in clear. Sorry about that, boss. All right. Any other final testimonials?
Yeah, the Cowboys won.
I don't know if that's a testimonial. No, I was teasing. All right, guys. Well, listen, thank you so much for being here tonight. Always appreciate the interaction, especially at the end of these events. If you have not yet tried the products, we definitely encourage you to get back to the person that invited you here. If you are looking at getting started with a business, there could be no better time. We're in our Whisper campaign. The momentum is through the roof. People are winning. We're having a lot of fun. This truly, for me, has been one of the most fun products I've ever promoted. I don't know about you guys, but for me, I just really am enjoying the simplicity and the creativity I'm seeing out there on social media of you guys doing all these different things with these drops. So it's a lot of fun. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You guys have a wonderful evening. We've got a team call tomorrow night, 5 o'clock.